Hey guys, this is just a quick disclaimer. I'm editing this right now, and I guess because Ethan, his Wi-Fi wasn't that good, in the moment, the call went perfectly. But as we uploaded the audio, some of the audio overlapped each other. So it sounds like we're talking over each other a lot. So it took me a few hours to edit it because I had to like mute each person as the other person was talking. So if you see one person's lips moving while one person is talking, I'm muting the overlap. And also if you're like, damn, they're both super rude. They're both talking over each other. We are not. We're not talking over each other. It gets better towards the end, but yeah, I guess we learned our lesson that the Wi-Fi, not, I don't know, I'm a rookie. Just enjoy the episode.
Hello, friends. Welcome back to the podcast. I have one of my beloved favorite flight attendants on today, Ethan. Say hi, Ethan.
Hey.
Me and Ethan have been friends for like 2 years,
Right.
something like that, right?
I think 2 years now, yeah.
Met when Ethan
Yeah,
was like
it's been a
super
while.
new. What am I, like a year senior to you or something? I just remember when my stuff was going viral that you reached out and you were like, I'm super new and this shit sucks. And your stuff makes me feel so seen.
I like wanted to die and I wanted to quit because
Yeah.
I was so poor and my life sucked. And I was like, Destiny, should I
But
quit?
I was
Like, what
also
should I do?
struggling
And she's like, it's
too.
going to be okay. You got
Yeah. And
this.
I remember his voice memo of him pissed off and was like, I'm a human. I'm not a ginger ale dispenser. And I was like, this dude is so funny. So then we had never met in person before, but we had been texting. And I remember he's based in Charlotte and I got stuck in Charlotte with a
Yeah.
delay for like 5 hours. And so I texted him thinking maybe he'll be at the airport and I could say hi to him or something. And he was like, no, I'm not at the airport, but why don't I pick you up and we can go get coffee if your delay is that long? And I was like, wait, what? And he's like, yeah, let's do it. So he
Yeah.
picked me up and we went to get coffee and we just sat there for hours, just like yapping. We instantly clicked and got along super fast. And then he's like, oh, I wish you had a layover here tonight because my friends have seen your videos too and they love you and like you would love them. I was like, oh, I wish,
Yeah.
but like I don't have any clothes. I didn't plan anything. I was supposed to just have a stupid short layover somewhere. So I just had like leggings and a jacket or something. And so Ethan was like, oh, I'm kind of manifesting that you just get stuck here. Cause like we time out after 15 hours. So like we can only be delayed for so long, basically. So Ethan drops me off at the airport and he's like, I kid you not, like call me.
Right.
If your flight cancels or if you get removed, just call me. And he literally drops me off. I go through security and I get a call from right when I get through security. They're like, hi, flight attendant. Like, we're removing you from this trip. We're just going to deadhead you home and end your trip early. And I call Ethan. I'm like, Ethan, come pick me up. And so Ethan comes. Yeah. Ethan comes and picks me up, and first I need clothes. Like, I need clothes. And he's like, okay, there's the TJ Maxx over here. Is that fine? And I was like, yeah, that's fine. So we literally are going, this is our first time meeting. First time meeting. He takes me to TJ
First
Maxx.
time.
We're buying clothes. And then he takes me to their friend's house, which is other flight attendants, where like some of them have seen my videos. And basically we end up having this really fun night. And I end up
Yep.
not even staying with Ethan. I end up staying with the girls that he introduced me to.
Yep. But I remember, was that the night with the pillow
I don't remember.
and the gate? Or was that the second time? But I think that was that night. We probably shouldn't tell that whole story, but just know Destiny was on demon time that night.
Dude that had us over to his house. He was like this rich, entitled North Carolina golfer, white boy, like finance bro. He was kind of racist. And so we
Finance
were all just
bro.
like, let's fuck with him. And we just messed with him so hard. And we were like trolling him. And all of us were having so much fun. And he was like, wait, what?
It was bad.
And I think he probably makes like 10 times
He
our
was
salary.
so confused. And he has a trust fund. He wouldn't shut up about it.
I hid his
that?
passport before we left because I was
And
like,
then-
this dude sucks. And he was supposed to go to Mexico or something. And so I went into his room and I found his passport and I hid it like under the bed or something. And then the next day he was texting our friend Maggie and he was like, seriously, like, where's my passport? You guys stole my passport. And like, we're all texting in a group chat. She's like, "Who hid his passport?" I was like, "Me?" But I have no idea where it is, honestly. Like, I just heard him being racist, and I was like, "Let's inconvenience him." His
Right.
roommate spoke
And his
Portuguese.
roommate, what? Did his roommate speak Portuguese? Is that what it was? And then he kept talking in Spanish to him. He was like, or he was trying to speak in Spanish, broken Spanish
Yes.
to him.
His roommate kept coming out and being like, "Guys, can you guys be quiet? I'm trying to sleep." And he's like, "Hola, amigo, like, ¿qué pasa?" And he's like, "Dude, I speak English. I speak English, and I'm from Brazil. I speak
It was
Portuguese."
crazy. It was crazy.
Like, he was just being a dick. Whatever. One of the times, Ethan and I, like, okay, by the way, like, I don't do shots ever. And Ethan's friends go hard. Like, they go hard. And they're like, "No, I can't either. If I hang out with you guys again, there's no way I can do shots." And they're all like of different ages. And I'm like, "How are y'all keeping up with doing shots, 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 shots?" I guess that's low calorie. But like, when I saw everyone like pulling the shots out, I was like,
It is.
Mommy, I'm scared. And basically, me and Ethan were in Charlotte, and Ethan's like, "Let me pick you up." And I run and like jump on his back, and we both just like fall. And like, I'm like, "He dropped me."
And it tore a hole in my brand new jeans. I was so mad.
Your cute jeans.
I still have those jeans.
So yeah, we didn't have an
Your cute
exact
jeans.
idea of a podcast episode today, but I figure since we haven't talked in a while, it'll be very just like FaceTime style, which I know you guys like. Like, we're all friends here, and we have a lot to update each other on.
Family.
It's been forever since I've even seen you. It's probably been a year.
I haven't
I'm
seen
pretty
you in
sure.
a year. Has it been since Chicago?
Yeah, it's been like a year. That's so
That was in February
sad.
of last year. That's crazy. It doesn't even feel like that though with you. That's like
We'll
I
not
don't know.
talk for a long time,
We
but then
do,
we'll
we do.
like be
Yeah.
like, "Bitch, what's going on?" Yeah.
Look at this shit.
Yes.
Because we both know the same things and the same people in the same world, you know. Well, I actually had a couple things I wanted to bring up. Number one, I wanted to talk about flying higher time, which we are both doing at the moment. How do you feel about flying over 100 hours a
First
month?
time flying over 100, and I actually picked up 120, and my friend that flies high time was like, "Destiny, drop some of this. Like, you're not going to be able to do this. It's too much." And I was like, "I'll be fine. You know, I have a day off in between trips." I was like, "I'll work 6 days, have 1 day off, then work 3 days, have 1 day off, you know, and I'll be fine." I burnt myself out so bad that, like, I literally, well, because my mental health was really bad. And I was like, okay, maybe my mental health will be better if I, number one, keep busy, and number two, I'm bringing money in. Like, that should make me feel better. No.
Yeah.
It quite literally did the opposite. It made me turn
Right.
into, like,
No.
psycho. And I was like, I understand the pajamas where the fumes are kind of getting to their brain because I'm so fucking tired and overwhelmed. Yeah, so now I did 105 this month, which still felt like a lot, and I can't believe I was planning to do 120.
Yeah, 105 is a lot to me too. Especially, I mean, if you're working like 3 days worth 20 hours, that's a different story, but like our trips aren't worth that much usually.
How are you feeling?
I'm feeling okay. I just got back from a 3-day last night. I start a 2-day tomorrow morning. I'm at 100 hours even, like exactly 100 hours for this month. I've had some good layovers. I've had some good crews and some good trips. So honestly, it hasn't been that bad.
It's sustainable as long as you're having layovers that you can catch up on rest. I feel like when I have short layovers where it's like back to back, like 13, 12, I'm like, I'm gonna fucking lose it because I haven't had time to do anything. But if I have like a 17-hour layover, I'm like, okay, I'm okay. I had time to sleep. You know, like, I'm fine. But yeah.
It's not that bad. Yeah. Yeah. And also like
Really?
I do struggle to sleep in hotels like really bad. So that's kind of been messing with me recently. But I will say, like I picked up I've been on the trade system recently. Let me not give anything away. And I was like, you know what, I need some more hours for next month. So I picked up a London for next week. And then I picked up the 24-hour Miami for tomorrow. So I'm like, it's not that bad, you know, like.
Also, with the new hire sacrifices going to the reserve system, even this month, I just started like feeling things getting a little bit better and like lighter. And I'm like, you do the crime, you pay the time. Do the crime is get hired. You sign up for this?
You
Get ready.
you signed up for this. Speaking of new hires, my last leg of my trip was from headquarters back to my base, and we had 40 deadheading crew members. And I was like, what the heck? Were they all coming back from recurrent training? Yes, some of them were, but then like there were 20 new hires coming to my base yesterday, and I was like, they just left graduation. It was amazing, and like a bunch of them were like, oh my god, I seen your video. And I was like, oh my god, that's crazy. But I was so excited. I was like, holy crap, I can like feel my life getting better as we speak.
Well, I actually just worked with a girl that she does the uniform fittings. And she was like, day after tomorrow, I have a special assignment.
Yeah.
And I was like, what is it? And she's like, image, like I do the uniform fittings. And I was like, all right, girl, be real. What's the vibe of this year's like new hires? Please tell me. And she's like, they're really, really bad. And I was like, really? And she said one girl got hired that has a full neck tattoo of like a word, like a full neck tattoo. And she was like, how do you plan on covering that up? And she was like, oh, with the scarf. And I said, that's crazy because some of my friends interviewed with us and they're great people and they got rejected. And I'm like, how does a woman with a full neck tattoo get hired? What makeup are you using?
Right.
What makeup are you using?
How do you miss that? Right. How did they miss that?
What she was saying is like, girl, be for real. Like, you're not, when it's super hot, you're not going to wear the scarf like up to your neck, like fully covering your neck tattoo. Yeah. My European friends watching this are like European, Australian, Asian, everything but the US are like, what the hell? They got hired with a neck tattoo? They also like always ask questions of like, why? I thought like flight attendants had to have their hair up. Why do flight attendants in the US always have their hair down? And I'm like, we're supposed to have it up.
I do love some luscious flowing locks, but yeah, that's scary.
Also,
and
like,
also on the jump seat, it's like you're gonna be evacuating and your hair is gonna
like
get
this,
stuck
like
in the
going
freaking
over,
buckle.
serving. Girl, what are you doing? Put that up.
Especially in first class.
Yeah, my
Especially
hair's
in
not
first
even
class
that
over
long,
the
but
meals.
it's always up for like service because that's gross.
Right, yeah.
Let's see. So
That's gross.
I honestly like don't even want to talk about this because it's gonna make my blood pressure go up. But management really pissed me off recently. My late
Ooh,
report.
yeah.
So
Your late report.
I basically got a late report because I was early to the airport, 20 minutes early, and my app wasn't working to sign in. And I called crew scheduling before I went through security, and they were like, "You need to call us when you're scanned on at the gate." So I run to the gate, and I get to the gate 20 minutes before boarding, before report time. Report time was at 6 a.m. Yeah, 6 a.m. And I was there at like 5:58. So I was trying to call crew scheduling. I was on hold. They didn't answer.
Yeah.
And the gate agent said, oh, they called me to verify you were here. I was like, okay, great. So I start working because I'm working up front. Like I have full meals, I have pre-departures, like I have a lot of stuff I need to prep for. Crew scheduling calls me while I'm busy. And I'm like, okay, they already verified that I was there, so whatever. I email management and I'm just like, hey, I just want to make sure I won't get in trouble for this. Like, you can check my scan on time, 5:58 a.m., like da-da-da. They just ignored my message and was like, you didn't call crew scheduling back, so you're late. And I go, here is the time. Like a girl gave me the link to find the KCM scan on times, which you can find. So I got that. I got the time I got there. I got me sitting on hold with crew scheduling, and they set me in highlight. Your late report will remain. And I said,
I saw that.
I get that you guys have this going on a lot and you're very overwhelmed, but could you please take a second to read what I am telling you? I put in bold, to read what I am telling you. And then I went back and forth from regular to bold because reading's really hard, I guess. Reading is hard. So I talked to the union about it. And the union said, unfortunately, our company has a policy that says if the app isn't working, regardless, you need to go to a crew room and like have a manager sign you in or something. So that can't be mitigated. I said, that's fine. I'd prefer for management to just like read what I'm saying and then tell me I'm in the wrong instead of telling me I'm having a 30-minute late report when I was 20 minutes early. And I said, you know what, fuck this. I don't even care. I don't even care. My bad. We are just a number, obviously. Like, we are the enemy to them, I feel like, sometimes. Like, it just feels like we're automatically the enemy to management, which is like, I don't know. Having big management like this is like nice in a way because they're not up your ass. But then also, like, when things do happen, they're automatically like, you're a liar. You're a liar.
It's just like immediate, and it's so many of the things are automated, and there's so little like there's very little human part of it, if that makes sense. It's just like Well, technically, and then that's just it. No, I'm with you. No, that would piss me off so bad. I've never, knock on wood, had a late report, and I almost did the other day, signing in for the trip I just got back from, because I got to the parking lot 25 minutes before sign in, which is pretty early for me. And 2 buses passed by back to back, and I was like, are you kidding me? And then I had to wait 20 more minutes for a bus, and at that point everyone's there waiting, so we all almost got late reports. I
Wow.
had to use every minute of
Guys,
my grace
we
period.
were all really
I
scared.
was
We were all
scared.
really scared.
I know, I was horrified.
I was just
We
scared.
were all scared. Who else is scared?
Another tea topic is I just want to bring up, why do men find women's dirty tights attractive? Ethan, you would be shocked. I get these messages like every day from men being like, your tights, the dirtier the better, the stinkier the better. And I'm like, ew, how much are you offering? And they're like, Jahari, and I would never sell my tights, but how much are you offering? No, I'm just curious, asking for a friend. Let me know. One guy said $30.
But like, let me
I
know.
said, if you're gonna be weird, you need to have more money. And he said, really? And I said, yes, the tights alone
Yeah.
cost like $20 for a nice pair. And then, like, why am I giving these guys the time of day?
Right.
Me, like, trolling weirdos. I just get bored.
Right.
So, then a guy was like,
L-
I really want your tights, $400. I said, $400 for one pair of tights? I would never do that. I didn't do it. Did I think about it? Of course.
Let me just say something. Just wait. Just wait. Let me just say that doesn't surprise me at all, because I have gotten very similar DMs from men as well. Men are gonna men, whether they're gay or straight. They're gonna be men.
I just
so
like, part of me is like, yeah, ignorance is bliss. And I like
I've-
talked to my mom about it, and my mom's like, that's disgusting, girl. Like, you do you though. You do you. And I was like, haha, I just like, it's not my business what they do with them. And then in my mind, I'm like, ew, I don't think I can do that, because like thinking about what they're doing, I can't.
Okay, I thought about it one time. I was like, are they gonna use my DNA to like clone me or like frame me for a crime? You know what I'm saying?
About it with people. I'm like, can you believe? Can you believe? And I'll literally
Right.
respond to them and be like, my feet are really stinky.
Right.
And they're like, good. But
You always have
yeah,
to talk about the
reel
feet.
them into the podcast. Clickbait.
Yeah. Destiny, your feet are so stinky.
Destiny's feet is stinky as the
Ooh. As the thumbnail. Oh my god. Wait,
Yeah.
I wanted to ask you a question actually. So I know since you or at least from what I've seen, since you transferred to Chicago, you haven't done like a ton of international. Are you gonna try and fly international this summer in Chicago?
Honestly, like, international is so exhausting for me. And also, like, I really don't like, how do I put this? A lot of people in Chicago have like a stick up their ass about a lot of things. And I just don't like, they're very like anal about the rules, especially on international. They're very like anal, and they will be arguing about some dumb shit. And I'm like, y'all are old enough to be my grandmama. There's no reason why we're arguing over bread or cards or anything like that. Like, there's no reason. Opposed to when I was Philly based, everything was just very like, everyone was like, let's do what makes sense. Let's like look out for each other. Let's do what makes sense. I feel like in Chicago, it's been more so like, well, these are the rules. These are the rules. And people like get in arguments and like, these are the rules. Even domestic in Chicago, like, people will, and this isn't everyone, like, there's a lot of chill people in Chicago. Like, the majority of people are chill. People will be very like, did you just not charge that woman for her wine? And I'll be like, yeah, I'm going to comp it. And they'll be like, well, I feel like you should go charge her. And I'm like, I'm going to comp it. I told her I was going to comp it. She's getting a divorce. I'm going to comp it. I talked to her in the terminal. Why don't you mind your own business? And I do me and you do you, okay? I'm going to comp it.
It's like whenever we can't get on the same page about boarding, service, even signing in at the hotel,
people who have
I'm
a
like,
stick up their ass too, is they'll be super like, I play by the rules, but then we'll break the rules in other ways. Like, you're not doing everything properly, so don't be telling me how to do my job if you're not going to fully stick to the manual, because you're not doing things properly either. Right.
They're just doing it to benefit
And, like,
themselves, obviously. But they want to act like, but they want to like justify
hey,
it,
some of us are in therapy and we're like dealing with our issues and not just like taking it out, having control issues at work on the jump seat. Speak on that.
Speak on that. Because that is literally, honestly, my biggest problem with like the people that are on my no-fly list is like, you guys have control problems. Like, you guys are literal
That
control freaks. And I'm like, get help. Take a Xanax. Not on the jump seat, but
always tells me, like, Destiny, you're so chill. You don't seem like the type of person who would want to work like the lead flight attendant first class. And I said, I want to work it because it sets the tone of having a chill trip. Because there are so many weird ones that are like, I only fly up front, and this is my flight. This is my galley. Get out of my galley. Dude, girl, get out of here. We do not own this aircraft. We are on a team effort together. Like, I just want everything to go well. And despite how much I hate having the responsibility of when shit hits the fan, I'd prefer for me to do it and not be like mean to people or like stress people out, you know?
right.
Babe, I'm on Prozac. Let me drive the boat.
Because
I'm on Prozac,
some
okay?
people,
Let me drive the boat.
Prozac Welly B combo goes crazy.
Yeah.
Mine just hit like 30 minutes ago.
We're allowed to take Wellbutrin, by the way, as long as it's prescribed by a doctor. Wellbutrin is like a stimulating antidepressant that you can add to other antidepressants, and me and Ethan both just got on it, and it literally makes you so productive. It literally makes you... It's honestly
It's
crazy.
like
I'm the
crazy.
type usually where I'm so like depressed and slow that I just wake up and I need to have like half an hour to just sit and drink coffee before I even fathom doing anything. And on my Wellbutrin, I wake up and I don't even have coffee, and I'm like,
Right.
well, maybe I should clean out the fridge.
Me neither.
Like, I got back from a trip.
Yeah.
And I was so shocked. My room was clean. I know you're a Virgo and you're hella anal and you're clean, but
Well, hold on. I may be a Virgo and I may have crippling OCD. I'm not clean. Okay.
you've been clean when I've come
Clean.
over. I guess I never went into your room, but your roommate was really clean.
Never. He's clean. Well, he was kind of clean. Yeah. He would go through like crazy cleaning spurts, and he was like really good about it.
I like to pack in the morning. So because I want to see what my vibe for that day is. Like, what do I want to wear? And so I'll just tear shit apart and throw it everywhere, all over my room. And so then I get back from a trip and I'm like, oh, why did you do that? And now I literally will wake up and I'll be like, I'm going to feel better if my bed's made and if the dirty clothes are in the dirty hamper. You know, I love it too.
I love that. I love that for you. I need my Wellbutrin to hit like that stat. Okay. Can I ask you? Like, I can't drink caffeine anymore. Barely. It makes me so anxious.
I feel the same way. I notice usually I can have about 400 milligrams of coffee usually when I'm not on it, but on Wellbutrin, I definitely need to stay in the 200 realm because I had a venti. You know the cold brews from Starbucks? They're really strong. I had a venti. I don't know which one it was. It was
The
like one of
nitro?
the cold brews. I don't know, but it made
The
me feel like
nitro
I was
cold
gonna have
brew?
a panic attack. Like I was spiraling about everything at work, and I was like,
So scary.
I cannot have a venti cold brew ever again.
No, girl. No, I can't even have a venti cold brew like normally, but definitely not. I feel like we're low-key beating the
That's
Wellbutrin
okay.
horse dead. But anyway, Wellbutrin, if you've tried other medicines and it just doesn't feel like it's working, try it out.
It's a little stimmy. It's good
It's a little
for our ADHD
stimulating.
baddies.
It off-label treats ADHD, and it's not like as strong as like Adderall. Anyway, welcome Big Pharma.
Some people don't care to travel, really. Surprisingly, in this job, a lot of flight attendants don't use their benefits. They're just like, they just go home and not do anything. So I'm like,
That's true.
and that way, like us could never be us because we are outside all the time. We'd be outside.
We'd be outside. I've literally... Okay, can we transition to something else?
Mhm.
Speaking of benefits of being outside, I am being financially responsible. And I'm happy about it. It's about time. But it is kind of sad. Also, I got a new credit card and I'm like excited about it. I got the Amex Gold. I can't justify the Platinum because I don't spend enough for it. But the Gold has good points, like just on regular everyday stuff. Platinum's really good if you pay to travel a lot.
Right.
But obviously we non-rev mainly. But I'm like, if I have a lot more money in like 5-10 years, then I'll pair it with the Platinum.
Yeah, right now the annual fee, like you can't justify that. But
it's like $895 or something.
I
isn't
looked
it?
at one of the Amexes and I ended up getting the Marriott Bonvoy card because I want to start getting, a couple of my friends have it and they really like it. And I also talked to a pilot that has it. Yeah, they really like the Marriott Bonvoy card. So I just got that. I'm waiting for that in the mail to get free stays with
Nice.
Marriotts because there's Marriotts everywhere, all over the world.
Yeah, I just got my new credit card in the mail
Give us your
today.
social security
This is
number,
cute.
mother's maiden
This is
name.
cute. All right,
1, 2, 3.
it's 1,
Kiss
2,
my
3.
butt.
1, 2, literally die. Yeah, I've like been debating getting a hotel card for a while, but
It took a few months of flight attendants and pilots all being like I would bring it up to my crew and they'd be like, "Oh, like I have it and it's great." And this pilot was like, "Yeah, my wife, like I always give her that card to put everything on and every time we go on vacation, like our hotel's taken care of." So I'm like,
free
also,
hotels.
guys, if you're flight attendants and you're not in the credit card game, you really should get into it. Definitely don't get into credit card debt. Don't spend more than you can pay off, but it's really worth it. Like, since I've gotten into credit cards, I've taken vacations like every 6 months with free hotel rooms. So, yeah.
That's awesome. I'm like just now getting into it because I've had a credit card since I was like 19 or 20, but it was from like
Right. Like
the
more great
local
benefits.
bank
Yeah.
that like I banked with at home. It's like it would, you know, every few months or so I'd go in there and I'd have $100 worth of points I would just cash and use towards my statement. But I'm like, I'm glad to finally have something
Right.
I can accumulate good points with. That like, you know, you get like Uber credits, food credits and stuff. I'm like, it's
Right.
worth it to me. So I'm excited, but definitely gonna expand. Have you thought about getting our airline credit card ever?
Just a flight attendant just told me like this month's offer is really good.
With our credit
Yeah,
card plus 20% off or what?
she got an international one-way ticket for like something really cheap in miles with the credit card. So I don't know. I
I
don't think I
debated
will.
all the
I don't know.
time. I almost got that instead of this one, but I was like, wait, let me not because obviously I don't really have to pay, you know, but it is good because like I just want to like have the points available through like my credit card company when it's time I need to book
Right.
something or when there's a good deal going on, like a good redemption rate. Like I can redeem these to Marriott or I can redeem
Right.
these to Delta.
Right now I have the Capital One Venture card, which I really like. It's a good entry level like travel credit card. And there's like a portal through
Mm-hmm.
Capital One where you can book hotels, car rentals, and everything like that. And when I kid you not, their
Mm-hmm.
portal has way better rates than our crew rates. Our crew rates. Yes, way better. Like
Really?
even in Portugal and Spain, I found us hotels for like $70 a night, like in nice places with my Capital One
Oh my
card.
God.
And I'm getting 5 times the points when I book it through Capital One. And then also
Right.
my friend
Yeah.
too, we are spenders. You are a spender too. I am a spender. She was like, "What are you doing with all your savings just in one bank account? Open a high yield savings through Capital One." So I opened a CD and I put 5 grand that I just can't touch in it. So yeah, it's just I can't touch it and it just gains interest. And I just
Good for
started it
you.
like 6 months ago and I've already
Yeah,
made like $150 interest just on something
that's
that's locked that I
awesome.
can't touch. And then I have another high yield savings
Yeah.
that just has a few grand in it. That's like I can pull in and out of it if I need to,
For you.
but it kind of keeps me in my own
Yeah.
lane because I feel like when you just have all your money and you're like paying off your credit cards, out of nowhere you're like, "Why am I broke? Why am I broke?"
Yeah. I know. I'm trying I'm trying to get my savings up again because I used to be a really good saver. Like I had like so much money in savings at one point and then I blew through it so bad. Like dropping out of college and then going to training and starting this job. I was like, unfortunately, I
Yeah.
needed to blow that bag.
Yeah.
So, but I'm ready to have my little like
I'm on Yeah,
$10,000
that
under my
sounds
belt to
comfortable
where
to
I'm
me
like
as
good.
well.
That's
Um,
and I want to have a
house.
house
Do you
one
wanna buy a
day.
house in North Carolina?
No, probably
Do
not.
you and your man wanna, like, settle down and have kids, or what's your plan?
We want to settle down, but we don't want to have kids.
Kids.
Probably not.
I'll be your guys'
We are
baby.
thinking
I'll
about
be your
moving to
baby.
Nashville. Okay, yeah. Yeah, thank you.
Guys, don't
Yeah,
fight,
we're
it's
thinking about
hurting the
moving.
baby. Me, I'm the baby.
Thank you,
Nashville's
baby.
so fun. I honestly went there and I was like, "I could live here."
I don't know how I feel about it. We're going next week though for a soccer game anyway, so we'll see.
I love that. I kinda wanna buy a house. I wanna
Yeah,
buy a house in
or
Europe.
somewhere else.
Like,
I don't
I
know.
wanna have a house in Europe that I can, like, stay at or, like, Airbnb, and I could see myself commuting from Europe, honestly, because I don't think whoever I end up with is probably in the US.
At this point, let's just
Every person
yeah.
that I've come across that I've liked, I'm like, y'all have some serious work to do. Go to therapy." Like, love you, like, they're great
Yeah.
people, but I'm like, go to
Yeah.
therapy. Some of them are great people.
Some of them are great people. Not all of them are great people. You have quite the taste.
I'm a fixer. I'm a fixer.
Are you? You know what? I could use
Yeah.
some
I'd
fixing.
rather
Can you help
fix
me?
you than fix some weird ass dude. So
Yeah. Well, okay. I have a question. If you were going to commute internationally, first of all, what city would you want to commute from? And second of all, what city would you want to commute to? Like, which of our bases? And why is it
would
New
be New
York?
York. Yeah, it would be New York because I'm gonna
Yeah.
be Carrie Bradshaw. I kind of want a Sex in the City era, to be honest. One of my best friends just moved to New York, and she's like, "Destiny, you should come here." And I'm like,
You would
I'm
kill
so
it.
over.
Like, dude, it would be so. I feel like it'd be so good for your brand, if I'm being honest. Like, I feel like you could, like, yeah, dead ass. I'm so dead ass. I'm serious. I feel
Oh
like you
my
could, like, make it
God.
big.
You're such a hype man. Same to you.
Well, mainly, I want you to move to New York so I can stay in your
He's
apartment when I
like,
come
I
visit.
have a lot of like restaurants I want to check off, and I need to stay at your house when I have one too many martinis. Okay. So, have you been drinking recently? Because I haven't drank in a long time. Yeah, because
Very little,
it is really
which is
weird.
really weird because I used to drink a
Last time we
lot.
hung out, we got fucked up together. I feel like every time we hung out, we got really drunk together. We both are just like
We
like the
did.
kind of people who don't like to call it a night. We're like, let's keep these good
Yeah.
vibes going. And like
Let's keep
everyone will
going.
leave and
Let's
I'll
keep
be
these
like,
good
I
vibes
want to
going.
stay. And Ethan's like, well, I'm not leaving if she's not leaving. And I'm like, then it's like
Yeah.
4 o'clock in the morning and we're dead the next day. Now my body just can't keep up with it. Like I can't tolerate a hangover at
No.
all. Like it
No.
takes me days to recover from hangovers from alcohol. And I think that like there's just so much shit
It's
going
so
on right
bad.
now that I'm like, I don't have the mental or physical capacity to like hold space for alcohol in my life right now.
Can't keep up. Yeah, no, I feel you. I feel you. I really do. I'm like, I will say with the Wellbutrin, drinking on
I
it is
heard that you can get
awful.
seizures.
You
Yeah.
can, apparently. So, but I did one time, like, more than I should have, and I literally all day
Oh,
the next day.
yeah. See,
And so I haven't gotten drunk
with
really since then.
Prozac, also, it's taken away my desire to drink. Like, I don't really have the desire to drink like I used to. Like, oh, I need a glass of wine. Like,
I don't
after a
either.
long day.
Even when I do want a glass of wine, I'll
Yeah.
barely even drink it. I'll like pour it and I'll
Yeah.
one sip and I'm
Like,
done.
last
I'm
time
like,
I had
what?
wine, me and Carly split a bottle, and I was like, you can finish this. I don't even want it. Which is crazy.
Yeah.
Old Destiny
Literally,
would never have done that. I would have been like, let's order another bottle.
Yeah,
So
no,
we each drink
literally.
one bottle.
That's how I used to be too. That's how I've always been. I mean, to be fair, I started indulging in alcohol at way too young of an age,
Right.
honestly, and I feel like A, that messed me up. And B, I'm really grateful to like not really like I used to think I would always just everything was about drinking. Like I'd always be like, when am I gonna drink again? When am I gonna we get a party now, yay. Like I'm like, I'm so like that's used to be like 90% of what I look forward to like in high school and
Another
stuff. And I
thing
was like, oh my God, I
too
can't
is
wait.
like I
Now
feel
I'm
like you
like,
don't grow in your comfort zone, and alcohol definitely makes a comfort zone in a way of like I'm more confident, I'm more outgoing, like I'm not as anxious.
yeah.
And part of me is like, why do I feel like I need that to go out and party and interact with people or flirt or do certain things? Like certain romantic interests that I've had, I would never like do certain things or like talk to certain people if it wasn't for alcohol. And it's like, why do I feel like I need that
Right.
like layer of, or like even talking about my feelings with someone, it's like I can't talk about it unless I like have a glass of wine or two, because I'm like, okay, like now that I just taken off, this is how I'm feeling right now. And it's like, no, girl, maybe you should just address what's uncomfortable, like sober, and wonder why you feel like you need that.
Yeah. No, literally.
And but
yeah, no, I get that. Like it's such like social lubricant and like such a bad way, honestly.
it's not good to like,
and it can be good. It's like fun, but it's like in the long
fun,
term,
but like
it's like
at
really
what
bad for you.
cost?
And it's also so
Yeah.
expensive.
You know what I've been doing every week since I stopped drinking?
Yeah.
I am going to the chiropractor that's fully covered by our insurance, and I'm getting my back cracked. I'm getting cupping done on my back, which releases all the tension. It like creates blood flow to your back, so it releases the tension from us sitting on the dump
Yeah.
seat. Last night, I got a massage from my chiropractor office, and it was like $70 in total. I got cupping, got my back cracked, and got a massage. And I was like, I used to spend this like in a weekend. So if I could do this once a week, way better.
It's like way better. Like it's like way more worth it. Yeah. And you actually get something out of it.
Yeah. Is there
It's like your values change kind of.
I just want to be like the best version of myself.
It's like frontal lobe developing. Wait, Destiny, how old are you? Are you 27?
I'm 27.
26.
How old are you? Like 22? How old are you? 15?
23.
I'm not 22. I'm
grown
23 and 3/4.
My birthday is in 7 months. I'll be 20.
Bitch, don't even act like that with the 24. 24 is so young.
Every age is like that. After you turn like 18, it's like, oh my God, I'm going to be 19. Oh my God, I'm going to be 20.
Yeah.
Every age is the oldest you've ever been in your life.
My best friend is 30. Like, she's going to be 31 this year. And her and her boyfriend have been together for 10 years. And she's like, everyone keeps asking me when we're going to get engaged and have babies. Like, I don't feel like a grown-up yet. I don't feel like a grown-up. When am I going to feel grown up? And I'm like, that's so real.
She doesn't want a ring?
We don't need to talk about that.
I'll keep that to myself. There's one more thing I wanted to talk about.
And then we have to answer all these questions. I have a lot of anonymous questions.
We have a lot. Okay, real quick. Like I said, I had so many new hires on my flight yesterday back to base. And I just wanted to say, like, real quick, if you are a new hire and you're coming in and you're like moving to a city you've never lived in before, like, what advice would you give them?
Like, what? And like,
because I felt like I kept talking to them yesterday about this, and they were like, I've never lived here before. I don't know what to do.
Yeah.
You did it.
Speak. Definitely, I would suggest like moving with your trainee, like your classmates. Yeah, I would definitely recommend getting a place with your classmates that you like and that you think you could live well with, because like we got a house, it was a 3-bedroom, and across the street there was another 3-bedroom. So 6 of us from training all moved in together, like across the street from each other. And we had so much fun just like exploring the city and doing things. So yeah, I feel like as long as you have friendship, you can make anywhere such a fun experience. You know what I mean? Is that kind of like what you were asking, or like what? Yeah.
Exactly
and
what I was
as
asking.
for like moving to a new place, like Amazon got you. Unfortunately, Jeff Bezos, F you, Jeff Bezos, but Amazon for us new hire flight attendants is great. You can order an entire mattress from Amazon that's like inflates into a real mattress for like $100, $150, $200. So you really don't need much.
I got my
and
mattress
you can get little
from Amazon.
organizers on Amazon if you can't afford stuff. Like you could just get little like the fabric organizers for your clothes, and you can start very bare minimum and kind of build your way up. It's taken me a long time to build up all the things I have right now. Like I have a beautiful vanity and I have, beautiful dressers and stuff. But before, I started with nothing. I started with a mattress from Amazon on the ground and one of those like fabric organizers for my clothes, and one of those coat rack hangers. One of those coat rack hangers. I remember I had one of those in my room, one of those like I had all my uniforms on it.
Yeah. Let me also say Facebook Marketplace is your friend. Literally, Facebook Marketplace is your best friend. You can find almost anything on there. I bought a dresser off there like a couple weeks ago for like $70. Brand new.
I really wouldn't recommend living alone as your like first year. A lot of people will do it and they'll be like, I'll just work all the time just so I can have my place alone. First of all, you're never home. So even just having one person to split the rent and utilities with makes a huge difference. Like I just live with one girl. Her name's Ruth. We love her. Ethan and her love each other. Yeah.
Love
Ruth is always like, when's Ethan coming back? But she's a land person. Like she's not even a flight attendant, but just having that one person to like split the rent with is split the rent, split the utilities. She's there to bring my packages in when I'm not there. It's great.
Yeah. That's true. And also, it's genuinely so expensive to live by yourself.
Like it is like how much it's gonna
the amount I pay, right. Like literally the cost for a 1-bedroom and a 2-bedroom apartment are literally not that different. My boyfriend and I have a 2-bedroom apartment and we pay about the exact same that my friends who have a nice 1-bedroom pay. But they pay by themselves and I pay half of it.
So true. They'll be like the 1-bedroom is like $1,500 and then the 2-bedroom would be $17. It's like
that's literally my 2-bedroom is $1,725. And it's
that's huge. Awesome. I love that. I need to come visit soon.
Yeah.
You guys.
Yes, girl. Get it. You need to get a layover.
About how you met your man?
We met on Hinge.
Now?
A year and a half.
What Hinge are y'all using?
The one that I found a husband.
I love his man. Your man has such positive energy, and I feel like me and you are very like sassy and intense and like, and he's very like
we are.
He's very like
very different.
Why don't we just look on the bright side?
He's very lighthearted. He's very optimistic. And we are literally so opposite.
Last time I was in North Carolina, and he is in school to be a pilot, right? I
Yeah.
was like, "Ooh, like, you're in school to become a pilot, like, find me a pilot to, like, get with." And he was like, "Okay," and Ethan's like, "Ew, no, don't find her a pilot, like, she doesn't need to be with a pilot." And he's like, "Hey, not all of them are bad." Yeah, he's like,
So innocent.
"Hey, there's some good guys out there, come on."
He's an optimist, and he's a little
He's a
jokester.
sweetie.
He's a comedian.
He's a sweetie.
Class clown. Anyway, yeah, he's downstairs. I'm in the
The
apartment,
clubhouse thing, like lounge.
the upstairs like Sky Terrace, and
Terrace.
he's like, okay, bye. Gonna go yap with Destiny. See you
We're
later.
gonna go spill it.
We have to go grocery shopping today. We have to cook.
We
We have so much to do.
Okay, are you ready to?
Should we get into these questions?
There's a lot. So there's
I'm
questions
scared.
and there's statements, there's story times, and there's questions, and these are all anonymous. Oh, let's see, we got a new one. Okay. Okay, wait.
A new one.
I will say a few of the story times that I got, because I asked people to share story times about living in a crash pad, because I never lived in a crash pad. A few people trauma dumped on me, and I really am not going to read that. Like they like straight up were like, I was in my crash pad and someone R-worded me. And I'm like multiple submissions like that. And I'm like, that's just a little triggering. It said trigger warning, sexual harassment, but there were multiple of those. Like one of them was without a trigger warning and was like, it was just intense. And I'm like, I don't really want to. Yeah.
Read that, yeah. Hey, well, at least we've talked about it, so that's horror stories that happen, but we're not going to go into detail.
So a friend asked, do you think love is really blind? Like Love is Blind, like the show.
Is it like you can love someone without like caring what they look like? Yeah, I think so.
I think have you seen the new seasons? I think the new seasons have proven to us that love is not blind, because they keep getting on a bunch of assholes that are like, actually, like, you're fat, I don't like you. Yeah.
That happens.
They're like, yeah, like, I can't wait to meet my partner. And then they're kind of like, actually, like, I usually date girls who like do Pilates. Like, you're just kind of fat. Yeah.
Shut up.
Okay.
Well, I guess not.
I'm going to just start reading through them, and I'm going to read one of the nice ones. Okay, this one's a good one for us to answer together. How do you handle being in a relationship with the job of being a flight attendant? I've been with my girlfriend for 2 years and I leave for training soon. She doesn't understand the desire to be a flight attendant and is pretty anti me being away. Tell them the truth. Tell them.
Okay. I'm going to start off nice, and then I'm going to get a little harsh. The first thing I'm going to say is that it is hard. It's hard for anyone who's used to being around their person all the time to go from seeing you every day or 3 times a week to now spending days and days apart. Okay, that's the hard part. The hard truth of this, though, is your partner should be like supportive and be like, yeah, we'll figure this out. Like, I'm worried about it, but I'm not against it. That's the first thing. And the second thing is they sound insecure. They sound very insecure, because why do you not see the appeal of the job? Do they not want to have travel benefits? Do they not want to travel the world? There is an appeal to the job. And it sounds like the only reason they're saying what's the appeal is because they don't want you to be gone.
His girlfriend would get the benefits too, since he has a registered companion, and it would kind of be one for the team.
Exactly.
I used to be like this when I was young. Like, I feel like if I was young, I would be like, I don't want a man who's like working and traveling all the time. But the more you grow, the more you realize, like, it's okay to have insecurities, but you don't project them onto your partner in a way. Like, you can talk about your insecurities without being like, you like projecting it. But what I will say is
there's a way to do it without stopping
my
them.
crystal ball here is you guys are going to break up. A lot of people break up in training, marriages, relationships. Didn't you break up in training with your partner?
I did have a breakup. I did have a breakup on the way to training.
I knew it was something. But like, marriages broke up. Engagements broke up. It's hard. It's a hard transition to go through. And you also learn a lot about yourself through having this like independence, and you kind of want to like not be attached to someone. And I don't know, it brings out your true colors. So a lot of people do end up breaking up.
It's true. I will say, if you are in like a long-term relationship, and I never would describe myself as someone who likes being alone, but this job has made me like my alone time now. Like, I genuinely look forward to when I get to a hotel room and I get to decide what I want to do. especially as someone who's always had roommates and now I live with my boyfriend. So it's like I need that time to
I
myself.
also
So
think,
it's kind of
like,
nice.
as an insecure person, or just like a lot of people view our job as very glamorous and romanticized, but a lot of the time we are too tired to even like get food. Like, sometimes I choose sleep over eating because I'm so tired. It's in my 3 years, 3.5 years of being a flight attendant. I have maybe flirted around and like twice or three times. I don't know. Like, it's not something I do often in general, let alone being in a relationship. It's not something I
Yeah.
even do single, let alone being in a relationship. So, like, I had a
Yeah.
relation or I was in a talking stage with this guy, and I remember I worked like a 12-hour day, and I had a minimum rest layover in St. Louis at the airport, and he called me and was being super weird, and I was like, "I'm so tired. I just wanted to, like, let you know, like, I've been thinking about you, and I'm gonna go to bed." He thought I went to go cheat on him, and
At that St. Louis airport hotel, that is the scariest place on earth, by the
I
way.
don't even remember it because I was so tired, I slept the entire time, but I was like the next day, I was like, "Wait, who would I have cheated with? I was so tired. You didn't believe me that I was so tired? Like, I was so tired, you should be flattered that I called you because I, like, didn't even eat, I just fainted and passed out in my bed. What do you
Yeah.
think I'm doing? Going on Tinder, my radius is 1 mile, and I'm like, any St. Louis ass out there?
On your minimum rest
Yeah,
overnight.
it's my minimum rest overnight. Take me to the arch. Take me to
Let's
the
go to the top.
arch, take me to the top, and then put me
Top
in
me
an
on the top.
arch.
Arch me on
Arch
the
me
arch.
Pop
Top
me
me
on the
on the
arch.
arch.
Is there a stigma around being thick as a flight attendant? Do you see them being treated differently?
Being thick? Yes, I do. People make shitty comments behind people's backs about their weight. People are like, "Oh, your hips can barely fit down the aisle." People comment that on people's TikToks sometimes. It's like, as long as you can fit the jump seat,
There's a stigma around us being, like, stereotypically beautiful in general. Like, even if, like, weight
it's
not
true.
to do with it or whatever, like, however your body looks or however you look, like, there's this, like, stigma that we should just be perfect and beautiful and perfect and a model all the time,
Yeah,
but it's hard to sustain with this job.
yeah,
I'm a
I
flight
agree.
attendant based in Australia. I notice a lot of US flight attendants have their hair out. Is that normal? It's really strict here in the sense that hair needs to be up if it's touching your shoulders.
I mean, that's the rule. Does everyone follow it? Absolutely not.
Yeah, I think there's just, like, too many of us. Like, technically, if a manager is walking through, like, you can get in trouble for it.
Yeah, and people
People
do get
do
in
get in
trouble
trouble
for it,
for it, but then
but
they, like, complain like it's not a rule. They're like, "Ugh, I can't believe I got in trouble for
right,
having my hair down." Like, it's not a rule.
right. Yeah.
This girl said, "Girl, I'm in training right now. We just did our crew duties, EME, and baby, I'm gonna be a coach roach all the way. Flight attendant 1? No." What does EME mean again?
It's like the
Yeah,
scenarios that we do at
I know,
CQ.
but
Yeah, I don't know what it stands
It's
for.
basically like a model airplane where, like, all of the students will sit, and then they'll pull a bunch of people to work the flight, and they'll give specific scenarios to see how you, like, handle it and how you work as a team. So, I'm not sure what it stands for. Okay, this
Yeah.
is as a guy, the body dysmorphia affects me a lot too. I work for United and we see a lot of airlines and even the guys that are still skinny or in shape. I see these flight attendants getting plastic surgery and Botox, and they're a similar age to me. I'm 22. I constantly fight guilt eating and I get so mad at myself when I eat the crew meal. It's real.
It's very real. I hate that for you. I'm sorry.
It's real. It's so real. Like, there's so much, especially, like, I feel like in gay culture too, like being super hot and like being a flight attendant, taking the sexy pictures on the beach on your layovers, and I don't know.
Me tomorrow. Me.
Yo, me drinking skinny tea tonight? No.
Wait, tell me more. Anyway, this is serious. Sorry. Back to the topic at hand. No, okay. I feel you because when you think of like beauty standards and disordered eating, you think of women mainly, but like like Destiny said, it is such a big thing in gay world, especially in like twinkhood. You know, like you're 22, you're young. Like, trust me, I get it, but like I will just say, like, you need to find a happy balance where you don't hate your body and you're fueling your body and you take care of yourself at the same time. Like, there's a way to like maximize all of these things at once without doing too much of any of them. So, like, sometimes I find myself restricting by eating too much. And then what do? I binge, binge, binge,
Mhm.
binge, binge, binge. And then that's bad for your stomach. It's bad for your health. You eat more calories anyway. you can't do stuff like that. You've got to like sustain yourself. You've got to stay moving, exercise, but just like take the pressure off yourself. Just know that you're beautiful no matter what, and it's going to be
Easier
okay.
said than done, depending on like where your mental health is for sure. I know when I'm more in an
Right.
anxious state, I'm kind of like, I can't eat, like especially when I'm feeling like
Yeah.
my therapy is in a good place, my medication's in a good place. Like right now I'm feeling a lot better with my relationship with food, but my last podcast episode was very much talking about my experiences of kind of
Mm.
like feeling like I should starve myself in order to have a flat stomach. Right now I'm feeling better. Definitely make sure to take advantage of your health insurance and resources. Like, see a therapist, talk to a doctor about how you're feeling.
Mm-hmm.
Seriously, a lot of the airlines have really good health insurance, so you should be taking full advantage. Telling someone to love themselves is like easier said than done, I feel like, because a lot of people would tell me that, and I'm like,
Right.
okay, and
I
well,
didn't mean it
I
like
know, I know,
that.
I
I
know.
meant
You're
like,
being uplifting,
you know,
and like I like what you said.
well, here's how, honestly, from my perspective as someone who's like struggled with this a lot, especially with the whole like eating on the plane thing and like eating crappy meals, genuinely meal prep your food. That helps me so much, because otherwise either I won't eat all day, I literally will eat nothing all day if I have nothing with me, and then I'll see a crew meal on the
Yeah.
plane, or then I'll order Uber Eats, or then I'll go into the hotel and eat like 11 meals at once. Genuinely bring some food and make it like somewhat healthy, but make it enjoyable. Like, you don't need to eat greens for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, but you need to have something with you at all times, so that you're gonna go a long time without being able
Even
to
just
eat,
a
and
little
that's
bit.
gonna like feed into a little something, because you're gonna feed into those demons of like, oh, I already haven't eaten, I'll just keep not eating. Like, I'm
Like,
telling
I'll
you,
just
been
I'll
there
just keep
before. You
drinking
need,
coffee, and then you get to the hotel at
yep,
night. Like, for me,
yep,
for example, I love there's, like, chains of hotels where they have, like, a consistent, like, really good burger with, like, some fries. I love that shit, but I will get to the hotel at, like, 8 o'clock at night and sit down and fucking body an entire giant cheeseburger with fries after I haven't eaten all day, and that's not good. That's not good to, like, eat that much
it's
before you
bad
go
for
to
you.
bed, and
You've got to,
also,
yes, you've got to
I
eat
feel
something
like
throughout
for
the day.
me, looking at Chicago time and keeping Chicago time in my mind of being like, it's this time in Chicago. There's no reason why you should be eating right now. Like, if I'm in California,
Mm,
I'm gonna stop eating. Probably, I'm gonna make sure I eat an early dinner because I'm not gonna be eating at like 12 a.m. Chicago time, you know, where your body's used to
yeah,
sleeping.
that's
Yeah.
smart. That's
So I
smart.
kind of plan out my
Yeah.
meals to stop eating before like 8 or 9 p.m. Chicago time just so my body isn't thrown off as much. But sending you love, thank you for sharing that. That's very vulnerable to share. And I do see that for men,
Yes.
it is definitely a struggle as well. And I'm sure you're making a lot of people feel seen right now just by saying that.
I feel so seen with you. So I
And
hope
I
it gets
didn't I
better. I
didn't
hope you
mean
find
to
a
say
happy
you
a
were
happy
wrong,
balance.
Ethan. I just was like playing devil's advocate of like, well,
No, I kind of didn't mean for my statement to really end there, but I was like, Destiny needs to talk now, so let me shut the fuck up. So I was like, I left it at a weird point. But yeah, genuinely try to find a little balance with yourself. Like, even if you're never gonna perfectly love your body, and you're never gonna perfectly eat the right amount of calories every day. Just like a little bit in each direction always helps me a little bit.
life is hard. Everything is hard. The fact that you're trying to show up for yourself, be proud of yourself, and just try to do your best every day. And try not to be so mean to yourself. Something that me and my therapist are working on is rigid versus flowing thoughts. So, something she told
Mm.
me really resonated with me on our last session was I called myself really stupid for doing a certain thing that I don't want to say. She said there are rigid thoughts and there are flowing thoughts. Calling yourself stupid or feeling like you're stupid or feeling like you're ugly or feeling this and feeling that is like the internal dialogue that's going through your head. That's a very rigid thought. How would you feel if I said that to you? If you just vented to me about this situation and you said, "Oh, I said, "Oh, you're stupid, you're fat," or something. And I said, "That'd be really hurtful." And she's like, "Yep. How would you feel if you told your best friend about this story and she said, 'You're stupid, you're fat?'" And I'm like, "That'd be really hurtful." And she's like, "Yet you say this to yourself regularly. Like, I hear you talking about yourself. You're constantly
Right.
using this dialogue about yourself. Let's change this to a flowing thought. A flowing thought is more depersonalized. So, like, a rigid thought is like, I am attached to this thought. Like, I'm Destiny and I'm stupid. A flowing thought is going to be, how would you talk to your friend about this? How would you talk to your sibling about this? How would you talk to someone you love about this? Like, if the situation was reversed, I'd be like, well, they didn't know any better and all they can do is try to be better. And she's like, that's a flowing thought. So you need to start being more aware of the way you're talking about yourself and kind of depersonalize it and step
Detach,
away
yeah.
and talk to yourself the way you would talk to a friend, opposed to being like, so does that make sense?
Yeah, I
Yeah,
love
me
that.
too. Right when she said,
I feel that.
how would you feel if I said that to you? I'd be like, that'd be really mean. She's like, yeah,
We're our own ops, for real.
really, this bitch sucks. And then I say that to her and she's like, writes in her notebook. And I'm like, I'm joking. Come on.
She said, let me
She
write
said,
that down.
sad. And I'm like, that's a joke. Let's laugh. Ha. So this one says, hi, Destiny. Can flight attendants take benzos like Xanax? My doctor prescribed me Xanax, but I stopped taking it when I got my job for JetBlue, and now I'm scared I won't be able to take it anymore because of random drug testing.
You were allowed to, just not while on duty.
I'm not sure.
I thought you could if you weren't working.
I'm not sure.
I thought you could if you're not working.
Maybe if you have a prescription, you can while you're not working.
That's what I was thinking.
Great website is the FAA government website. They have a list of everything you can and can't take.
They do have a list.
But
they do have a list. I have been on it a couple times.
If you do have issues with anxiety, definitely look into SSRIs because that's something that can stabilize your mood consistently and it really helps with this job.
Yeah, or like trazodone or hydroxyzine that aren't
like sedative,
benzos technically. Still help with sleeping.
Definitely can't take them on the jump seat. That's for damn sure.
No, definitely not.
This is a long one. Let me drink some water. Do you have dry mouth with the Wellbutrin? I definitely do.
Yeah. I do. Wait, real quick. I was asking if you take SR or XL and you didn't
know. I don't know. I still don't know.
Are they little red
no,
ones?
Little white ones.
Are they?
You want to see? I'll show you.
Yeah, show me the Wellbutrin. I'm gonna pull a picture on my phone of mine.
This is it.
Is it like? Does it have a shiny type of coating?
It says L015.
Do you? Okay, you need to send me a picture of the bottle so I can tell.
For Proprion XL,
okay, good.
150 milligrams. What does that mean?
We're on the exact same one. So the XL is a 24-hour cycle instead of it slowly releases over the course of 24 hours instead of that 12-hour cycle.
Let's topple right out.
You haven't taken it yet?
No.
You take it at 12 p.m.?
Not usually, but today I'm off. Rest in peace to my sleep schedule.
Crazy.
But I'm gonna show you.
Yeah, I took mine at 7.
Okay.
Yeah, we are.
I've been flying for 10 years. I love the job, flexibility, and benefits. Unfortunately, I've been feeling really burnt out from the job. Horrible sleep schedules, not being able to bring meal prep from home because of international destination, and the social toll that this job brings. Any advice?
Okay. Well, the international meal prep thing is so real. I hate it so much. If I have to do an island turn, I can't bring my food.
First day of your trip, yeah.
Yeah. Honestly, that's in such a tricky situation because I feel like I go through those phases all the time, the burnout to I hate my job to oh, I love my job, and it's a cycle. It goes up and down. I would say maybe focus on you have 10 years, so you have seniority. I know you want to work the best trips you can. Maybe focus on trips that will let you keep your sleep schedule, will let you meal prep, will let you get time to go to the gym or catch up on reading or catch up on sleep. No international. Stop changing time zones. If that's what you need to do, it's recenter yourself and find your grounding with this job that you should do that.
I said,
I know that takes a pay cut and stuff.
Yeah, I try to plan my trips around being able to eat and sleep around Chicago time, even if it's in a different time zone. I try not to work places that my time zone's more than 3 hours thrown off because I feel like I could still sleep at a good time and I can still discipline myself to eat at the same time as Chicago. But what I will say is what always resets me is a nice solo trip. Go on a solo trip. Make your soul feel alive. Plan something. For me personally, my heart is calling the Swiss Alps right now. There's this really cool hostel in Switzerland in Gimmelwald. I'm pretty sure it's called Mountain Hostel. You guys look it up. You have to fly into Zurich, take a train to Interlaken, and then take a gondola up to this mountain hostel. It looks so sick, and I really in my mind, I just think a solo trip there would rejuvenate my soul. Get some time off and take a break from the job and remind yourself why you had this job in the first place.
BRB looking up flights to Zurich. Also, I already did look at flights to Zurich next week.
Now. I literally
the flights are open to Zurich.
Is the hostel.
Just letting you know.
The view from the hostel is now my screensaver because I want to go there so bad.
Stop it!
It's so beautiful.
Stop it!
Mountain Hostel, Gimmelwald. Okay. And I also, from TikTok, have multiple friends in Zurich, I forgot, that work for Swiss Air. And one girl was like, you could crash on my couch in Zurich. I was like, what?
Stop. Okay. Need that.
What is your worst destination to work flight-wise, but also passenger-wise? Love the podcast. Thank you.
Philadelphia to Palm Beach. Huh?
Anywhere, Palm Beach, anywhere, Florida.
Did you not hear me? Sorry, I didn't think you heard me. Yeah,
Am I
PBI.
being silenced?
PH.
Yeah, or anywhere Florida, honestly, has some very rude passengers and like just very unaware. And sometimes, you know what can be like hit or miss? Like they can either be amazing or they can be terrible, is the South. The South can be either like amazing and so sweet but like sometimes I go to some random little destinations where I'm like, you guys all suck. You guys suck so bad. But
Yeah.
then I'll go to like other places in the South and I'm like, this is real Southern hospitality. Like
Right.
I
You
just
get it.
worked
You
to
get a mix of both.
Austin. I just worked to Austin, Texas. And I was like, y'all suck. Y'all suck.
They're awful. They're awful.
But then
Have
you
you
go
ever
to
done
other
Austin to
places. Fuck that. There are other places where in Texas that I'll go to and I'm like, why is everyone being so nice to me today? Yeah.
San Antonio is usually not bad.
Yeah. I've worked that
I will
before
say that
too.
much. Let me add one more. Miami to San Diego. I did it a week and a half ago and I almost quit on the spot. I almost emailed my manager on that flight being like, hey, I'm not coming to work ever again. Like, I need a flight home. Like, it was so bad.
Miami to anywhere is
So
also
bad.
a hard one, honestly, because Miami has like a very crazy demographic. It could just be chaotic.
It's just so many combinations
So many
of people.
combinations
and
of people. It's like
such an international hub too. You get
Yeah.
lots of cultural differences. It's like
cultural
those things are
differences,
fine, but then it's like
language
all
barriers.
together, it's like crazy.
Yeah, it'll be like cultural differences, language barriers, BBLs, like
Partiers,
getting
spring breakers,
drunk, being loud. People don't speak English, so
girls
they
trips,
don't know they're sitting in the wrong seats. Girls trips, taking shots, boys trips. Okay, listen, juicy. This one's juicy. You ready? A business class passenger invited the senior flight attendant to an orgy with him, his wife, and the senior's boyfriend. And my question to you is, what happens next?
You asking me what happens
No,
next? I was like, I don't know. I wasn't there.
You can't
That's
just share half of
crazy.
the story. Like, now we're invested.
Tell us more. If you're watching this, tell us exactly what happened.
Write some smut. Write some smut for us to read.
Wait. I have tea about a business class passenger one time. I was flying to San Francisco and I was working the transcon, with the Sundays and everything. And I'm not going to say what the status is called, but it's the invite only status at our airline.
Top of the top.
Top of the top. Like, they spend $1 million a year on flights. Okay, whatever. I was doing my service, finished my service. And after, the guy comes up to the galley and is like, chit chat with me. And I was like, yep, whatever. And he was like, do you fly this route a lot? And I was like, not really, but I have flown it a lot in the last couple months. He was like, I thought so. I had you on this day. And I was like, look at my schedule. He was right. He did. I was like, that's crazy. No way. Like, that's twice in the same, like, summer that you're on the same flight, same route, same service, same flight attendant. Wild. And after, like 30 minutes later, I'm coming by, like, just walking through the aisle to see if anyone needs anything. And I get one of the slips, like the compliment slips. On there, it says, kind, courteous, very attentive. And on the back, he left his phone number. And I was like, no, because why? Like, that just doesn't sit right with me. Like, there's nothing wrong with that. It was just the fact that he's, like, invite only. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think of them as, like, old, crusty men who, like, just sit. They're usually pretty nice, I'd say. But they usually are just like, you got a cheese plate?
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like, he was like 30. It was so weird.
Oh my God.
I was like, this is so weird.
You know what?
I was like, what are the odds?
You were probably living rent free in his head from the like first flight, and then he was like, it's the universe, God brought us together. Was he cute? Not at all.
No.
See,
I don't think he was
like,
way older than me.
People are like,
and I had another one. Sorry.
People are like, you probably get hit on all the time. And I'm like, not by anyone I would go for. Like, only weird people have the audacity to, like, talk to me, or, like, married or weird or, like, old, super, super old. Or they'll be like, you're really pretty. And I'm like,
yeah, mine are either really creepy, like, men that, like, I caught staring at me, like, 40 times throughout the flight.
They're asking to buy your tights online. They're asking to buy your underwear and your socks online. For sure.
Correct.
That's you.
Correct. Like, those type of people. Or it'll be like someone that's not like ugly per se, but like they always have high status and they're always like way older than me and they don't look like anything I would ever have gone after. Like, even when I was single, I was like, I was always fine.
Well, because the majority of them aren't like out gay. Like, they're like,
that's true.
Like,
and I literally would have had no idea.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or they have like big boy corporate jobs where they're like with their coworkers, and so they
Masculine.
have to slip it to you. Yeah.
Yeah.
Weird.
I had
Anyway.
no idea how many like masculine presenting men were like gay on the DL until I had a gay friend in high school, and he's like, I fucked half the football team. And I'm like, what?
That's a story for my own podcast one day because
Okay, this one says, I told you there's a lot. I have an enemy, or I have essentially an arch nemesis in my company. I had a very awkward run-in with her the other day. I still can't stand her over a year later, ... A lot of these, you guys are breadcrumbing us. Like, you're not telling us the full
okay, let me just
story.
say, I have like 14 people that I cannot stand in my base, and every time I see them, I'm
14.
like, literally, like, ew, you guys are gross, and I don't
Rats.
like you.
Little
So I get it.
tattletale rats.
Tattletale rats.
That's me if that passport girl ever gets hired at an airline. I'm gonna run into her and I'm gonna be like, it's gonna be like
We're
one
gonna
of
get
those
her ass.
old standoffs.
Like in a cartoon,
Yeah,
or like the
yeah.
Western,
Yeah.
a duel.
And then like the tumbleweed goes through.
Yes.
Okay, I was once the only one in the crew bus, and the driver during small talk ended up spilling the fact that he once crashed the crew bus because he was distracted by the flight attendant's legs in the rearview mirror. Some thoughts are inside thoughts. Some thoughts are inside thoughts. Yeah,
That's fucking crazy.
that's hella funny.
Why do I love that though? That's so flattering. Imagine it was your legs that caused the accident. I would feel on top of the world.
Real shit. Like, I feel like I wouldn't want to know, but then I feel like my hard work is paying off, I guess.
Right?
Okay.
Ooh.
I'm about 5'10", tall female, and I'm pretty sure most people in my company are shorter than me. I'm often taller than the guys too, which is personally a victory. Good for you, tall queen. My friend Carla is also 5'10", and she's always like, I'll shut all the bins, y'all.
Carly's 5'10".
She's tall, yeah.
I did not get that vibe.
Yeah, she's tall. Or like, at least with
Wait,
her
was that the end of
shoes.
it?
Yeah.
Ugh, I wanted more.
I know.
Love a tall
I
queen.
told you, these people are breadcrumbing us. This is tea. Like, I feel bad for this person's partner. I am engaged, but there's a few pilots and crew members I'd let get it. With 5 E's. I'd let get it.
That's gross. Get well soon.
Yeah,
Break up with your boyfriend.
Break up with your boyfriend if it's a boy.
Yeah.
Yeah. I personally feel like if you have the desire to hook up with other people, there are plenty of fish in the sea that are down for like open relationships and dynamics like that. So like, there's something for everyone.
Yeah.
I definitely wouldn't be in a monogamous relationship with a person if I had plans on cheating on them.
Correct.
Especially in aviation, a lot of people are in open relationships. The majority of the gay community in aviation, like a lot of them are in open relationships, but also straight people as well.
And the straight ones too. Yep. And some of the straight ones are in one-sided open relationships. Like their partner doesn't know. Their pilots are in open relationship, but their wives don't know they're open. It's also called cheating.
It's also called cheating. It's called a one-sided open relationship when you have a family in another country and then like your wife finds out. And dude, there's this girl that works for one of our competitor airlines that I hung out with in Chicago, and she was telling me she's been with this pilot for a year and that he's married. And I was like, oh, like separated? And she's like, no. And I'm like, I started asking her. She said that she feels like he doesn't have sex with his wife. She's like, no, he doesn't sleep with his wife. And I'm like, his wife doesn't know about you though, right? And I'm like, in my mind, I'm like, do you really believe that a man's not sleeping with his wife when he's with her?
Right.
First of all. Second of all, I asked her, don't you think that you're worthy enough to be a main hoe? And she said, no, I like my space. I don't get it.
Gag.
I don't get it personally. I was like, whoa.
Different strokes for different folks.
Being single is not that bad, you guys. I promise.
Try it out.
What do you think about company hoppers? I see some crew online showing how they're on their 5th company in. For example, I could not take being junior for so long. I would never.
I think it's
super stupid, but unless you're really not happy at each company. But
at that point, then the problem
is you.
Might be you.
The problem is you, babe. Look in the mirror.
I mean, if you aren't like strapped for cash and if you don't mind working hard, then I'll say like do your thing. But like if you have goals of like retiring or like buying a house one day or like being financially well or like having a life outside of work, you probably shouldn't do that.
I feel like unless we're talking regional versus mainline, we're all doing the same shit with different labels. Unless you're looking to like eventually end up in a place where like your airline doesn't have a base at. Like if you want to be with
Right.
Delta because you want to live in Atlanta, or if you want to be
Right.
with United
That's
because
true.
you want to be in San Francisco, or if you want to be at Dallas, you want to be with American. That's the only way I would condone that, but I wouldn't condone like hopping around. That's stupid.
Yeah.
In a seniority dominated industry, it's just like, does that
Right.
make sense? Yeah. Unpopular opinion, flight attendants should not be younger than 21 as a bare minimum. I'm over these freshly 18-year-olds acting like they own the place. This is so regional coded.
This is so regional coded. And I disagree. Why shouldn't you hire an 18-year-old at a regional?
Yeah, definitely
I mean,
come to mainline if you feel that way, because like the majority of us aren't, like it's rare to have like a 21, like Ethan's young. It's rare to
I
have
was
someone.
one of the only people I knew that, like, when I got hired, that was 20 when I got hired at mainline.
Mhm.
I mean, I do understand like what you're talking about, that like own the plane attitude. I do get that. I don't think it entirely, I think it transcends age though, if you know what I'm
Mhm.
saying. Like, I think it comes across in a certain way with the younger people, because it's like, oh, I can't believe you're 10 years younger than me acting like this. But
Mhm.
I think people that are in their 30s and 40s and 50s and 60s and 70s also act that way. And if you are at a regional, if you went mainline, you know that.
If you're a weirdo, weirdos transcend. But I
They
do
do.
get that, like, maybe they're, like, fresh out of high school, so they have, like, a high school mean girl mindset, which I don't fuck
That
with,
too.
but
Yeah.
I don't know, I guess it's also where you're based too. Like, if you're based in, like, a small town where, like, people haven't been to many places besides
The
what routes
US.
you're
Yeah.
working or, like, whatever, then they're gonna be a little bit more closed-minded.
That's true. That's a
Oh
good
my
point.
god, I told you it's a lot. I haven't even gotten through.
10 more. Okay. My computer's literally on 6%, so we've got to speed run these.
Okay. Would you ever go work on private jets?
I used to think about it, but probably not, because understanding that they don't really have benefits like we do.
They don't have benefits at all. Maybe I would, but it would be if like this job didn't work out. I'm cool with my
Yeah.
airline right now.
Same.
Girl, minimum rest time should be illegal. Agreed. Being a
12 hours.
crew yet owning pets, question mark. It's pretty
Hard.
impossible unless you have someone at home that will help take care of your pets.
It's easier with a cat than a dog.
For sure. Cats are very independent. My fiance said he needs a cable so he could charge his phone on his flight. My company's plane doesn't have charging ports. He asked the flight attendant, "Are you sure?"
Wait, what? They
What
don't have
airline?
charging ports, and he was like, what?
Like, are you sure?
That's
What
crazy.
airline would you like to work for the most? Which one the most and which one not?
Ooh, can I answer this?
Yeah, of course.
Okay, ones that I would want to work for: Virgin Atlantic, Qantas. I think that's a.
Qantas,
Sorry.
Qantas from Sydney to Dallas, and their flight attendants were such a vibe. Like, all of them were so cool.
I see a lot of them that are really young looking.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm making that up, but I know a couple of them, and I'm like, oh, you guys look like you're having a great time.
And
Also, I would say the only reason I say, I know, hot take, I know British Airways is kind of like up and down, but they have so many routes, like, while still being like British, and I find British people so funny. And that's also like Virgin Atlantic too. That's why I say Virgin. I just love British people, and I love their planes. I love their little designs and their red uniforms. Oh my god.
oh my god, jacket potato. Yeah, I think that's the most entertaining questions, and Ethan's laptop's about to die. So I think that's where we're gonna end it. This was really fun.
Yay,
It's
that
been
was
nice
so
talking to you.
good.
I miss you so much, and I hope we can like have a sleepover soon.
We must
We
get
should go to like a
together.
concert in Charlotte or something. Like we can buy
A
tickets and
concert,
something,
like a random one, like some like random ass artist we've never heard of.
or some artists that we have heard of that we can get good last minute tickets. Okay,
That's what I meant. Yeah.
that's what I meant. Yeah, yeah, yeah. What she
Yeah.
said. Okay, you
That's what she
guys.
said.
Well, it's been a pleasure. If you guys, it would be really nice if you liked and rated the podcast or comment. What emoji should they comment if they finish the podcast?
Clouds.
Clouds.
Clouds for the sky.
Clouds. All right, guys. My link will still be open if you have any anonymous questions or story times for the next one. But until then, thanks so much, Ethan, for spilling the tea with me.
Bye. Thanks for having me.
Bye.
Bye.